In this video, we're diving into Google Veo, what it is, how it works, and why it might just change how we create videos forever. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you stay ahead of what's next in AI, creative tools, and emerging tech. If you've ever wanted to make your own short film, animated story, or ad spot just by typing out your idea, then Google Veo might be the tool that you've been waiting for. Let's break it down. What is Google Veo really? At its core, Google Veo is an AI video generator that turns your words into video. You give it a text prompt or even an image, and it builds a fully animated, realistic video from scratch. But what makes Veo different from everything else out there is how far it's pushed the quality bar. Veo 3, the newest version, can generate videos in 4K resolution. It understands camera motion, scene composition, tone, and style. Veo 3 also adds native audio generation, ambient sounds, music, and even synced dialogue. That's something that most other AI tools struggle with. Google calls this cinematic realism, and honestly, it's pretty impressive. Flow, the interface that makes Veo usable. So how do you actually use Veo? That's where Flow comes in. Flow is Google's no-code video creation interface. It was built with filmmakers and artists in mind. Think of it as your creative playground. You start with a simple prompt. Just describe what you want in plain language. Flow helps guide you using Gemini, Google's large language model, and make your prompt more detailed and effective. From there, you can fine-tune the camera angle, pacing style, and audio. Want to reuse assets like a character or a prop? You can create and store ingredients. Flow keeps your characters, sounds, and visual themes consistent across scenes. Want to build an emotional moment across multiple shots? Flow has a scene builder that lets you stitch shots together while keeping continuity. It even has Flow TV, where you can browse other creators' clips and see exactly what prompt they used. It's kind of like Pinterest meets Midjourney, but for video. What can Veo actually do? So let's look at what this thing can really pull off. An ad spot, elevator scene. So one filmmaker used Veo to build an ad for a fictional mint brand called Mintro. The setup was simple. Two coworkers stuck in a crowded elevator. One breaks the tension by saying something awkward but funny. And one sneezed in the all hands and clicked share screen at the same time. No survivors. The first few versions weren't perfect. Characters looked at the camera, someone rubbed their nose awkwardly, and the elevator opened directly into an office, which didn't feel real. But after tweaking the prompt and regenerating a few times, the final scene looked surprisingly solid. Smooth elevator music, realistic lighting, subtle crowd behavior. It didn't feel like a stock animation. It felt like a shot from an actual short film. This is where Veo shines. You can write a 2-sentence idea and iterate until you've got something publishable. Short story. Baby shoes. Now another example recreated the famous flash fiction idea. For sale. Baby shoes never worn. In the first shot, a woman opens a closet and finds the tiny white shoes wrapped in tissue paper. No dialogue, just quiet sounds. The creak of the door, the rustle of the box, a bird outside. Then it cuts to her in the kitchen. She sets the shoes on the table, types the listing into her phone, and stares at it. There's no music, no narration, just a moment. The emotion comes through in the silence, the lighting, the pacing. It's subtle, and Veo pulled it off. Was it perfect? No. There were still some visual artifacts, and the clothes changed slightly between shots. But the level of storytelling from a few lines of text, that's a big deal. What makes Veo 3 different from other AI video tools? Now, if you've played with tools like Runway or Pika or Sora, then you know that they all have their strengths. But Veo 3 brings a few things to the table that stand out. Number one, native audio generation. This is a game changer. Veo doesn't just animate visuals. It builds sound into the video. That means dialogue, ambient noise, background music, all synced naturally. In other tools, you usually have to add this manually in editing. Veo does it in one shot. 2. Prompt adherence. Veo 3 is much better at following detailed, story-driven prompts. You can write scenes with emotional beats, transitions, or even specific shot angles, and it'll try to match them. It still drifts sometimes, but overall, it's more consistent than previous models. 3. Real-world physics. Movements, lighting, and object interactions look more believable. If you ask for a slow pan across a street or a bird flying through trees, the pacing and depth feels grounded in reality. Characters don't flicker flicker or warp as much across frames. Now that might sound small, but it adds up. Modular creativity. Using Flow, you can build videos scene by scene with modular control. You can mix ingredients like a specific chair or background and reuse them in new scenes. Or you can animate between frames using camera moves, like zooming from a still image into a moving shot. That kind of control gives creators the ability to shape ideas, not just generate random clips. How to access Google Veo. So here's the deal. Google Veo isn't fully open to the public as a standalone product, but you can access it today if you're on the right plan. The easiest way is by subscribing to the Google AI Pro or the Google AI Ultra plans inside the Gemini app. Google AI Pro at $19.99 per month gets you access to Veo 3 Fast, the streamlined version of Google's video generation model. Google AI Ultra at $249.99 per month gives you access to the Veo 3, the full featured version with premium video generation capabilities, higher limits, and exclusive tools inside Flow, Google's AI filmmaking interface. You can use Veo directly in tools like Whisk and Flow, depending on your subscription tier. College students can even get free access to pro features through 2026. Now there's also an API, and developers can request access through Google Cloud's Vertex AI, but that's a more advanced route and might require approval or whitelisting. Now as for credits, Google hasn't publicly listed how video generation is priced per credit or how many you get up front, but keep in mind that these models are resource intensive, so expect limits based on your subscription tier. Where Veo still struggles. Now Veo 3 is impressive, but it's not perfect. Some of the current limitations include prompt drift. Sometimes the tool ignores part of your input or interprets it in weird ways. Visual bugs. Characters might blink oddly or objects may change between shots. Limited access. The best features like audio and higher consistency are locked behind AI Ultra and not fully available in all workflows. Scene builder audio issues. Currently, audio doesn't always export properly when using the multi-shot editor. And of course, there's still no support for uploading your own images or full scenes for editing. Ethics and deepfake concerns. Anytime AI gets this good at realism, you start running into questions. Could people use this for misinformation? What happens to jobs in animation and video editing? How do we know what's real anymore? Google is trying to get ahead of that. All Veo videos will be marked with Synth ID, a watermarking system that flags AI generated content. They're also enforcing safety filters and requiring extra permissions for prompts involving humans or children. The bottom line. So is Veo the next big thing in video AI? Honestly, yeah, it might be. We're not quite at the point where AI can replace full film crews or directors, but with Veo 3, we're getting dangerously close to being able to build short films, ads, or scenes from scratch with nothing but your imagination and a well-written prompt. For indie creators, marketers, and storytellers, this could be the tool that finally bridges the gap between idea and finished video. It's not perfect, but it's close enough to start dreaming big. Now, if you've got thoughts about Veo or if you're excited or nervous about where AI video is going, then drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you want to get started with any of the AI tools or platforms that we recommend, then you'll find links for them down in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means we earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And supporting the channel this way really helps us creating practical, beginner-friendly content to help you learn and leverage AI. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on AI Academy, we make videos that break down artificial intelligence tools, workflows, and strategies to help you stay ahead of the curve, whether you're a creator, entrepreneur, or just curious about what AI can do. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you here in the next one.